Hey, this is Tyler from 21 Pilots.
Good evening. I hope you're having a great evening. Welcome back. My name is Matt Williamson. I will be your shoutcaster once again, whether you love it or hate it. So, we are now at our third match for today. So, thank you for coming back. So, just as a reminder, this is the Marietta College eSports program. This is our Overwatch team, and they'll be playing up against Louisville University. This will be our third match for today as part of the Tespa Collegiate Championship series for Overwatch. So we've already had 2 matches earned today. Didn't go quite in our favor, but that's okay. A lot of lessons learned, so we'll see if they're able to apply that for this next match. Right now, we do have the lobby set up, so just need to hang tight for a minute. It may be a couple more minutes before we get started, but I'll at least let you know that we do have the lobby underway. So as soon as we have this game up and running, we will get that to you. So hang tight for just a couple more minutes. Alright, I am getting the ready checks. So people are saying that they are ready. So I believe they'll be starting here just any second now. So they are entering the game. As I mentioned, this is our third match for the day. The first one will be on Route 66. So let me get a couple things here set up and we will have that to you. That going, get the audio. And here we are on Route 66. Just to let you know that this is a best of 3 against Louisville. So Route 66 will be the first map. Second will be Hanamura. If we do go to a map 3, it will be Dorado. So let's see what kind of comp we get from both sides.
Ready for battle.
We're still waiting for a few selections, but so far it's looking like a GOATS comp, although we're getting this Symmetra for Marietta. Just a little unexpected here. Yeah, so we do see a... Okay, so we're not getting the Symmetra, it looks like. We're getting the Brigade and Diva. So Marietta's going with a traditional GOATS comp with Ana for the support. While we do see Louisville going with a variation... Okay, I saw Hanzo there for a second, but I guess they switched to Ana. So we are seeing GOATS comp versus GOATS comp. So let's see who's got the better GOATS comp. And right now we do see that for this round that Louisville will be on offense and Marietta will be on defense. And I did not mean to go there. My apologies. Let's go this way. Right now a lot of damage being traded back and forth, but no kills. Although Diva was getting pretty low in health, and so is Reinhardt for the Pioneers. Reinhardt's actually getting very low. And we do see Lucia for Louisville go down, and Brigade for Marietta goes down. So it looks like Marietta is going to be able to hold this off. They are pushing Louisville back. And we already see several ults coming down with the Shatter and... I think it was a Zarya ult. Couldn't tell. We see Reinhardt just getting right there in the middle and going down. And Louisville will begin their push again. Marietta will have to group up and try to see if they can... stop the first checkpoint. So we do see the Pioneers come out, and let's see what they can do. There's only 3 out here, and Ana's already under half health. Now she gets healed up. We do see the Zarya come out, and the Hanzo right on top of the Pioneers. Although I think they all died before the Hanzo actually connected. So Louisville will get the first checkpoint. But we'll see how Marietta can stop things here. So right now Marietta's not grouped up yet. They're just kind of in different places. But they are going to have to put up a defense because that payload's still going. And the Shatter comes down for Louisville and the Diva ult, but that's going to miss. So we got the Zarya coming out. And we already see 2 Pioneers down. And Louisville's just going through this without any trouble at all. This looks like Louisville will get the next checkpoint without any contention. So Louisville will get the checkpoint with a little less than 5 minutes remaining, so they have plenty of time to be able to take this. Marietta's going to have to come up with something to stop them. They have not been able to stop them except for that initial push. And they just keep pushing Marietta back to let the payload just keep moving. So we see the Zarya ult coming out along with the Hanzo ult to combo it. And we do see 3 Pioneers going down. Marietta's really not be able to do much with this. And Louisville's just right at their spawn point, just able to... They pretty much own the entire map. And there really isn't much Marietta can do about it. So the Shatter comes out, but it's not that effective. Although Genji does go down. So they can't even go out the door without getting obliterated. So this should be a very easy round for the Cardinals. And we do see one last push by the Pioneers, but doesn't look like there's much going to happen there. So we see Transcendence coming out. So Marietta's making one last ditch to try to get something here. The Zarya comes out, but nothing to follow up on it. And round 1 will go to Louisville. So now the roles will switch, so Marietta will have a chance to go on offense, but they're going to have to do a much better job than what they just did there. They just did not hold Louisville at all with that matchup. Marietta's got to work on making a play and trying to pick people down. So we'll see how Marietta decides to respond here. So it's looking like Marietta will try to add some more damage with the Pharah and even with Widowmaker. Although we do see Marietta has not picked one player yet, so we'll see. Okay, so it looks like they're going with Mercy, so could this be the Pharmacy? I think this is going to be Pharmacy. So we'll see if the Pioneers have any better luck with that combo. So we see here that Marietta is pushing the payload, and the Cardinals are ready to defend. They already took down Mercy. And they were just able to snipe her out without too much trouble. So everyone's up here on the roof just ready to put some damage on the Pioneers. And Marietta's pretty spread out. While we see Louisville all grouped up. But Hanzo for Louisville's already gone down. So they were able to snipe him. So we do see Marietta getting some kills onto Louisville, so they are able to push the payload a bit. See some fighting going on behind here. Marietta is starting to keep pushing the payload, so they may be able to get this first checkpoint. So Louisville will head over there, but it looks like Marietta does get the first payload without too much trouble. So we do see for both sides that Rocket Barrage is ready for the Pioneers, and we see Shatter is ready for Louisville. So we see Louisville grouped up over here, ready to try to put up a defense. And we'll see how the Pioneers respond to that defense. It sounds like they're just able to move along without any problems. It's almost like Louisville's just waiting for everyone to get into position. But their Widowmaker's already at half health. We see their Reinhardt was getting pretty low, and we see the Rocket Barrage coming out. But it doesn't look like it's done much. The Shatter goes down. And we see most of the Pioneers going down there. Just about everyone except for Mercy. And that is a team kill for Louisville. So they're going to just start slowly pushing this cart back. Well, it was a good push, but Marietta's going to have to work on getting kills. And they didn't utilize their ults properly. They do have a couple of ults ready to go with Nano Boost, Shatter, and Valkyrie. So we'll see if they can combo that. And they do have Sound Barrier too, so a really good engaged set of ults. We see the Shatter going down. And the Slam. So Marietta is starting to push this. The Diva ult comes out. And Reinhardt's shield is able to prevent any deaths from Diva's ults. So it's looking like Marietta is going to be able to get this checkpoint, but Louisville is trying to contest. So Marietta does get the checkpoint. It takes a little bit longer than how much time the Cardinals had, but they still have 4.5 minutes. So we'll see how quickly they can push through here. So if Marietta does get the payload secure, then we will go to a couple more rounds, and the amount of time that remains will depend on how long it took to get over to the end point. So we do see the payload moving. So we do see a lot of damage going out, but we just don't see anyone dropping it. Although the Reinhardt is getting pretty low. It actually got very low there and got healed off. And meanwhile, Winston from Marietta is getting pretty low in health, but he gets healed up too, and it looks like he's popping his ult. And the Shatter goes down for the Pioneers to take down Reinhardt, but doesn't look like a whole lot happens other than he's at half health. But we do see most of the Pioneers going down there with just Winston remaining in the background. And he eventually goes down. So once again, another good push by the Pioneers, but just not enough to finish it just yet. So Louisville was able to secure the payload with 3 minutes 17 seconds left, and now at this point they do get... Well, now that the Pioneers have less time, Louisville will have the advantage in the tiebreakers for this game if the Pioneers are able to secure this. But right now, they're just struggling here. They're just struggling to get kills because they're just getting picked off one at a time. Marietta needs to group up and try to make a push instead of just trying to go in 1 or 2 at a time and then just getting killed. We see they're starting to group up and get ready to push. So we see a little bit of training going back and forth. It's really coming down to Widowmaker versus Widowmaker. So the Shatter goes down for Louisville, but doesn't really catch anyone. They are starting to try to make some progress here. Although, well, not so much. I mean, they're just slowly inching their way, but they're not really being able to make much of a stand. And we do see Marietta's Widowmaker going down, along with Mercy. And this is looking like to be another team kill. So Louisville will get that. We'll get the cleanup there. So Marietta can still do this, but they are running out of time. They are going to have to get a team kill if they're going to be able to get through this. We do see 4 ults ready for the Pioneers, so this would be the time to combo and try to get a push in. And with the Zarya Diva ult would be really good in this case. But we see Tracers already... Well, they got... Actually, no, that's for Louisville. My mistake. So Louisville's popping a bunch of their ults to try to take down the Pioneers, and we see Lucio going down for the Pioneers. So Marietta's just getting pushed back and just not able to make a dent inside this building. But the only ult that's available for the Pioneers is Shatter. And we do see Widowmaker popping her infrared vision, so now they'll know exactly where the Pioneers are. So we see the Zarya ult coming down. Not much follow-up there. And we see the Diva ult coming out for the Pioneers to see if they catch him, and they do not catch anyone. It will whiff. The Nano Boost comes out with the Shatter, but with the shields, it really didn't do much. So Marietta was not able to utilize their ults properly, and it's looking like this game will go to Louisville unless Marietta contests within the next 3 seconds. So they're trying to make a push, and they do get the overtime with the Transcendence. But they're not able to get any kills from that. And just more of the Pioneers are going down while Louisville is popping everything they've got. So right now it's 2 for 2, but everyone's trying to come back. And they are still trying their best to keep this contested. But it just seems like they're just trying to be there and stay alive rather than trying to get people down. See, they're trying really hard to keep this contested. But right now it's just damage going back and forth. And we see the Pioneers getting a couple kills. But it's not enough to push the payload at all. Maria's going to have to get some more kills quickly. And we see Diva and Anna going down for the Pioneers. So that's definitely not going to help. So right now, Lucio for Louisville is just riding around here, just keeping this going. And we do see that Marietta is able to make a push. So as long as they can keep someone there to contest it, they can keep this going into overtime. But this is where Marietta is going to have to make a big push here to try to take some people down, but they've already lost a couple people. And it's looking like they're getting some more down, and they're already away from it, but they just resumed the overtime. But despite the best effort to maintain the overtime and try to get the payload over, the first game will go to Louisville. The first round will go to Louisville. So it is a best of 3 once again. So the Pioneers are going to have to do something in this next game. Otherwise, they will get 2-0'd. So speaking of the next game, this next one will be at Hanamura. So once again, both sides will have a chance to attack and defend. We'll just see how Marietta can adjust to that. I mean, they had some really good moments with pushing the payload. The problem is just they kind of scattered a bit near the end and it was just kind of dealing damage and just trying to shoot things without really focusing on who they should be getting down. And on the flip side of that, while they're on defense, they just weren't able to do anything with Louisville's offense. Louisville was just able to keep pushing, and Marietta was not able to do anything to hold it. But we do see the map coming up here. So as soon as that's up, we will get that to you. So while we are waiting for this next game, just as a reminder, if you want the latest updates of what's going on with esports at Marietta College, be sure to follow us on all of our different channels. You can follow our Twitch channel here, just by clicking on the follow button. You can go to our Facebook page at Marietta College eSports. You can go to our Twitter feed at Marietta eSports. So we try to announce all of our upcoming matches. So like this coming weekend, we do have our League of Legends team playing in the collegiate, the C-Law series by Riot Games. And we do see that we are in the game too, so we'll move over here. So as we're waiting for the teams to choose their heroes, so as I mentioned, this Saturday, our League of Legends team will be having a match at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. And then next week, our Overwatch team will have 2 more matches. So we had 3 matches today, 3 matches last Sunday. But the next 3 weeks of the Tespa Overwatch Collegiate Tournament will be 2 matches. So if I remember correctly, that would be at 7 o'clock and 8:30, unless that gets rescheduled because next Sunday is Super Bowl Sunday. So if those changes do happen, well, if you follow us on Facebook, you will know about those changes. All right, so we do see here the teams have been, the heroes have been mostly selected. So it's looking like Marietta is going for mostly a GOATS comp. And they will be on defense first, so we'll have to see their other 2 heroes. While Louisville will be going with mostly a GOATS comp, so they're going with Wrecking Ball for a frontliner, Anna for the healer, and with the Nano Boost, and looks like Hanzo as well. So Hanzo's really good for those narrow places. And we see Marietta actually going with the Ashe. So Louisville's already in the area, making a pretty big push for the point. And we see that most of the Pioneers are going down real fast. So it's looking like Louisville will get this first point without too much trouble. I don't think any of them went down. And they're already starting to push for the second point. Of course, if you have to stay behind to make sure they do actually capture the point. But it looks like several of the Pioneers are already down. So Louisville's already making a very fast push for the next point. This one's always been a rough bottleneck in competitive play, but Louisville's already in the middle of this. So we see Marietta's already having trouble just getting in here, and it's looking like that Louisville will get this without too much trouble. So we see the Shatter coming down, but not really doing much. And we see the Hanzo ult coming out, and that does end up catching D.Va. So Marietta is trying to contest this, and they are able to push him back, but Louisville's already locked in at least a third of the progress, and they're still going to have to hold this for another 6 minutes. But that is going to be quite a challenge for the Pioneers. But we'll see if they can hold this. Do see a couple ults getting ready. We do see Reinhardt, D.Va, and Mei getting close to having their ultimates ready. But we do see a couple of ults ready to go for Louisville as well. And we do see they're going to try to push up top. We'll see how Marietta handles this. But it looks like everyone's going in one direction, or mostly one direction. A little damage on the shield, but not too much on their Reinhardt. And they're going in. And we see that only one person got frozen by Mei's ult, and not really getting much out of it. The Shatter comes out, but 2 of the Cardinals are already down. So it's looking like Marietta is able to hold this. They only have to use 2 of their ults for that. But we do see that Shatter and Zara's ult are both ready to go for this next push. But for Marietta, we have Diva's ult, self-destruct, and Nano Boost is just about ready. And it's looking like Louisville's going to use the same route again going up top. They're putting a good amount of damage onto Reinhardt's shield. Nano Boost comes out with the Death Blossom combo. And that does catch Zarya. And Diva's ult catches 2 more. So using 3 ults, they were able to defend again. So there's 4 minutes remaining. So they just have to hold out for a little bit longer. Like I said, Hanamura, the second point, is always difficult to get. Doesn't matter whether it's competitive, whether it's quick play. Even sometimes against bots, this is always a very difficult point to catch. But Marietta is able to hold it, but now this time they don't have too much on ults. I mean, May's ult's just about ready to go. But we do see, it looks like Louisville's taking a different route, going down the stairs over here. And they do get May down, although she did use her ult. But we see the charge coming in for Reinhardt. And they're now back on the point. And the Nano Boost gets placed onto Roadhog, it looks like, and the Shatter will get placed. And they do end up catching their Reinhardt. So we do see some of the Pioneers going down, so this is not looking good. So hopefully they can respawn quickly, because it's looking like Louisville is going to be able to start trying to take the point. You see the Death Blossom goes out, but does not get anyone down. We do have quite a few Cardinals contesting, but once again, Marietta's here. So even though they are going down, more and more are trying to come over to contest. But right now, it's just looking like one at a time. And Louisville's really close to getting 2/3 of the way there. So the Nano is going out for Reaper. But it's not able to do much there. And we see Louisville putting down the Shatter. And the Rally comes out as well for the Cardinals. So they do take it. It looks like they are going to get the point, and they do end up capturing it. It took a while, but they were able to get it. So they were able to do that with a little less than 2 minutes remaining. So now it's going to be up to the Pioneers to see if they can capture it faster, just to give them an advantage for the tiebreaker for this map. But Marietta did a pretty good job at the second point, but then again, that is a very difficult point to capture already. So we'll see if they can come up with a plan to be able to get that even faster. Because they're going to have to, because if they don't do that, then this is going to be it for Louisville. So if they're able to hold off the points, then they will win this match.
Ready for battle.
We do see the Louisville's team formed. And looks like a pretty standard group. They do have May in there just to try to slow everyone down. We'll see what Marietta has to go with. And it's looking like a typical GOATS comp. So we'll see if they can keep people grouped up and coordinated on how to make sure they pick off the right people. In order for a GOATS comp to be effective, they have to be able to be on the same page of exactly who they're going to pounce on. We do see the Pioneers coming in. We'll see if they can get it pushed. The Maywall comes out. And they're already able to get a kill onto Lucio. But it looks like Reinhardt goes down, so it's now a 2 for 2. So they keep using the main wall just to try to keep people out. And Louisville is starting to hold this. Although Marietta does have someone there trying to contest it with Diva, but not going to be able to make any progress there by himself. Marietta's going to have to get back onto the control point to contest it, but a lot of the Cardinals here. The Shatter comes out. Reinhardt will try to do something, but not much is happening. Although there are 4 Pioneers here, so they are able to get a couple people down. So they are going to get some progress on this capture point, and it might be enough to take it. So they're 2/3 of the way there, and I think they will get this. Yeah, Louisville's just going to let them have it, so then they can go straight over to the next point and be ready to defend it. So what we want to see is the Pioneers taking this point with more than 2 minutes remaining, but it looks like everyone's going in different directions of how they're going to get in here, while the Cardinals are up top just ready to pounce on anyone who walks in that door. So we see the wall coming out this to try to zone people. The Pioneers are in, and they are starting to contest. The Nano Boost for both sides goes out. The Blizzard comes out for Louisville to see how many people get frozen. They do catch one. You do see some deaths over here. The Zarya comes out, but it doesn't do much. And we see the Coalescence from Marietta, but once again, that's not very effective. So with that push, Louisville will end up winning that skirmish because Marietta was not able to make any progress towards capturing the point. And we also see that they only have 1 ult ready, while Louisville does have 3 to go. We'll see what Marietta decides to do here. The wall comes out, but it's not going to last very long. So we see the Diva ult coming out to see it. And it does catch one of the Cardinals. But right now, Louisville is trying to keep people off the points. And they're doing a pretty good job with it. And we see the other Diva ult coming out. And that will not catch anyone, although people were low already. We see the charge coming from Reinhardt and missing, and he will go down. So while Marietta is contesting the point, they're just not able to make any progress here. And it's looking like Louisville's starting to go out and try to get some kills before they can even get to the second point. But they do fall back. So we do see a little bit of poke going on back and forth. Marietta's going to have to do something here to try to get this. They do have a couple of ults ready. They have 4 ults ready to go, and they're already taking some damage outside. And we see Zarya already just got zoned out and picked off. So the Nano Boost comes in. And the Shatter, which is not going to be effective because he was knocked away, ends up getting frozen actually. Although we do see Anna going down for Louisville. So there's 2 down for the Pioneers, and they're just not able to do much. But they will have to back off and try to see if they can get another push in. We do see a little bit of fighting on over here to the side. Once again, not much. It just seems like Marietta's being spread around while most of Louisville's pretty well grouped up. Although we do see Marietta trying to converge over in this spot. So we'll see if they do push in. They're just not making any dents. The Diva ult comes out, and that could be devastating. It only catches one of the Pioneers, but that's still one less person. And the next Diva ult comes out, and that does not catch anyone. And we do see some contention going on here. The Shatter goes down for Louisville. The Pioneers have burned most of their ults, and most of them were shattered and go down. So the Cardinals will hold once again. Marietta's going to have to do something. So at this point, it doesn't look like that they're going to be able to capture the point before quicker than the Cardinals. But the question is, are they going to be able to capture the point at all? Because if they don't do that, then the game is over, the match is over. So Marietta is going to have to do something to be able to capture this. And right now, they only have 2 ults ready, although Louisville does not have any. So if they're going to push, this would be the time to do it. So the Mei ult does zone out people, and they're just able to focus down on Reinhardt, and he doesn't going down. Coalescence comes out, but gets shut down before it gets effective. So 3 Pioneers are already down. Make that 4. So they're just getting slowly picked off one by one after that. Marietta's going at just a couple more chances to push through here, but they do have a few ults ready, but Louisville is ready to respond. Marietta's going to have to do something here. And right now, the Cardinals have a lot of ults to use for this. And they're not having to burn any just yet. They already got Zara down. And we do see that Reinhardt getting the charge in and getting someone down while being nano boosted. So we're seeing ults just flying left and right. So the Diva ult comes out and does catch one of the Cardinals. Sorry. The Blizzard will go out and it will catch Diva, and that's probably gonna have to blow up the mech, and then they're gonna try to finish her off, and will do so successfully. So Marietta's gonna have to make a push here because they only got 20 seconds left to just try to contest the point. But with most of the Pioneers down, I don't think they're gonna be able to do it. So we see the Shatter coming out to maybe try to initiate something, but a couple of people are already down. They're not going to be able to get in here, and that's going to be the game. So Louisville will take this map, so they will win this 2-0.
Play of the game.
So that's unfortunate. So with that, Louisville will win this game 2-0. So it is an unfortunate loss for the Pioneers. So all we can just do is hope that they will learn from this and try to apply it to the games next week. So once again, thank you for spending your evening with us. Hopefully you at least had some fun watching the program growing at Marietta College. And we will continue to work on this. We will continue to improve. It is our inaugural year, so there will be some growing pains in the process. So once again, thank you for joining us today. So hope you have a great evening.